was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
One out of everybody that we took the Ghostwriters, he was the first one that said,
And Nicki.
Yo, and who?
And when you took Nicki solo as well.
Right, but here's how that became. So Kevin Lyles says to me, yo man, I really like the Ghostwriters, they're good, but something about that girl, something about that girl rapper, something about that Nicki Minaj, something about her.
So, for you all who don't know who this is Full Force, former R&B group from back in the day, right? Y'all may know him better from House Party as the Bully, who used to try to fight kids and play all the time, right? But that's speaking on Nicki Minaj's first meeting with Kevin Lyles, right? So she stood out. She wasn't the only one that met with him, but she stood out among everybody. And they're gonna speak on what she said, right? Which will give you more respect and more insight of what Nicki Minaj is really bringing to the game.
And he kept saying it. So what happened is that once we decided to, to everybody go in their own ways, I took Nicki back, and I took Nicki to meet Kevin Lyles after the fact. Met Kevin Lyles.
Right.
Kevin Lyles liked her. And see, I think when we weren't together, I think the bidding war was between Warner Brothers and Young Money. I think that was after we parted ways with Nicki amicably.
Right.
But what happened is that Kevin Lyles and Nicki was talking and everything. After that, they said, yeah, I want you to go and talk to my A&R guy that's in there. So we went to the A&R guy in there, and he loved Nicki and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, he's like, yo, man, I want on some of the songs, I would like to have a ghostwriter. I would like to have a ghostwriter write for you.
We knew that was a rap.
And Nicki
was like, excuse you?
What? Ghostwriter? Are you kidding? You remember that story?
I remember clearly, man.
Right. You remember who it was?
Yeah.
So, right, with so many reference tracks and so many ghostwriters being exposed today, right? And I'm not talking about any one artist in particular, like you all maybe think. There's many artists that use reference tracks and ghostwriters, whatnot. But when it's exposed, so to speak, many people are upset and call people fake artists and not being true to the art. Not everyone, some people don't care, all right? I'm speaking to those who do. But those who do, does this matter to you? Do you give more credibility to Nicki Minaj for refusing to sign a deal and accept a ghostwriter? Let alone just as a rapper, but as a female artist, right? An unestablished Nicki Minaj said no. That's true to the game. Huh? Understand that, right? So more credit should be given for this, right? And more light should be shined on these type of moments.
There's Gene Nelson.
Gene Nelson. Love you, Gene.
At the time, he managed Kim. That's all love.
But the thing about it is that Nicki refused. That's why when I hear the stories of Safari writing for Nicki, because Safari, Nicki was such a thing on. No, she always wanted to let people know female writers could write.
Let me see this as far as that. Now, I don't know what went on later on.
Yeah, we don't know what went on
later on, because I give Safari props. When I saw him on Sway, I saw him like freestyle and said, oh shit, he can rap now. Okay, cool.
Now.
But the deal is,
really.
But
not really, bro. Not on the level of Nicki Minaj. I mean, look, I ain't about to, kill nobody's dream, right? Shout out to Safari too, right? We all about positive energy, but it's levels to everything. And he's not on that level of Nicki Minaj. Even when she broke up with him, Nicki is still spitting, right? Maybe he helped her out, but I can't say you was the ghostwriter. Those bars, brother, I've heard you rap. All right?
Bang, 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 bang.
Back then, when with Nicki,
The Warner Brothers thing?
right, with the Warner Brothers thing.
Kevin Lyles.
The thing is, what happened is Gene mentioned Jules Santana probably writing some of her shit. You don't remember that?
Okay.
I remember that.
Not everything.
Here's the thing.
Okay, I wish we had a longer clip, but for you all who don't know, Gene Nelson has strong ties to Bad Boy Records, right? Craig Mack, I believe the Locks, if I'm not mistaken, too. It's like many artists that was on Bad Boy, he helped get signed. Lil' Kim, a lot of them, right? So he's industry tied too. Those of you who don't know, use Google, look him up. This proves that advice for MCs and MCs in life. Work on your skills. Right? If you want longevity, yeah. If you just want to be a single, drop a single, be there for a moment, so be it. But if you really want to be down, work on your skills. Nicki Minaj is still at the top of the game right now for one reason: her skills. And we're showing that with this video.
Bang, 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 bang.
When I write a rap, like my brain doesn't compute. Now I write rap. It doesn't.
Working on a craft, showing the skills. Who doesn't love Roma's revenge, bro? Puff, puff, like a dungeon dragon. I can't see somebody write that. If I found out somebody else wrote that, it might hurt me a bit. But nobody else did. If you did write it, Safari, show me. I can't see that. That's her style. That's the thing that she has. We should have more respect for Nicki. Right? I'm showing a trail of her staying true to the art.
You just have to now let it happen and just don't second guess yourself too much, and then it gets done. You need a job. This ain't cutting it. Nicki Minaj. To me, music is like spiritual. So it moves you in like a weird way that you cannot teach in school. I'll hear a beat and words just start coming to.
Right, we just showing you the skills, right? We have more. How many rappers in the game? Not MCs or MCs, just everybody. They say they can keep up with an Eminem on that style of song where you gotta bring the ball. Nicki did, right? Proof in the pudding, right? Understand that. I'm just being honest. Understand that. My job, y'all. We got more though. For the last clip, right? Staying true to the culture.
With my writing, I've always been adamant that not only I write my own raps, but that I want all women to write their own raps.
But you know there's a lot of rappers not writing.
It doesn't matter about what they're doing. My thing is just because I'm a woman.
But not just because you're a woman. I think.
So if I was a man and a man came out and said I've been writing their raps, you would have believed them? No, you wouldn't, because you would think.
I gotta jump in. I did believe when some reference tracks came out, I did believe that.
Listen to what you just said. Have you ever heard any reference tracks about me? But you believed it because I'm a female.
We've never heard a single reference track on Nicki Minaj. And she's as pop as they come, right? I'm just saying, maybe that, maybe. But we can't speculate. We need actual evidence, right? If they are, I'm sure someone will reveal them sooner or later. But she's 20 years in the game. We haven't heard anything.
Bang, 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 bang.
And she stands on that, hey, I don't want to write it from the beginning to the end, the same artist. Staying true to the culture as an MC.
No, wait,
If you didn't hear reference tracks from Drake, if you didn't hear reference tracks associated with Drake, you would have never believed it.
Correct.
I'm a woman,
You're right.
believed
Right.
it.
I want to say right. Yes.
Thank you. So
yes,
there's a double fucking standard.
There
I've written every fucking rap of my whole career.
I do agree there's a double standard.
And we can end the video on that note, right? She has said she's written every single bar of her career. And how many of our favorite artists can actually say that? And I'm not against any form of music. Some of my favorite music has been ghostwritten. But when we're talking about skills and props, I mean, we understand that's a separate conversation that many of us like to have. And if you don't like to have that conversation, you just want to enjoy the music, I'm fine with that too. That's another conversation though, for a separate day. But right now, we're going to appreciate the MC, the true to the art artist. It is Nicki Minaj.